Okay. All right. So, guys, listen up. I know this is when everybody wants to call in. I saw that Brad wants to call in, but Louisa showed interest, and I think Louisa's a friend of mine. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I asked her a question. Yeah, it's probably a her. I'm going to open up the line for Louisa. If it's not who I think it is, I don't know.
Conference unlocked.
Louisa, call in right now. Here's the number. You just called in, though, so you should know. Did I talk to Matthew North earlier? Yes, I did. I talked to Matthew North today. He was in a good mood. It was just a technical goof that he had. He didn't get swatted or anything. Locking the line.
Conference locked.
Okay, and who am I talking to? Welcome.
Hey, you, it's Louisa.
Hi, Louisa.
We haven't talked in quite a while. Haven't tuned in. Pretty crazy show today.
Well, it's a pretty unique show. I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, just normal stuff between online researchers. You know, John Irvin and Jesse Spots. John? Is it John Irvin? Jan, sorry. This
Jan,
is
yeah.
So hi.
Well, I'm calling in mainly because, number one, I want to say that I know Jesse pretty well, off and on. We haven't been in touch for a little while. No hard feelings or anything, but I know Jesse really well, and he is definitely not a neo-Nazi. I looked over some of the evidence a little bit, and I'm just not seeing it at all. But I do have the craziest synchronicity. Okay. You've got to hear this. And I kind of told you about this back when I told you my story. A little bit, but all of a sudden it's super relevant. It's been the craziest thing to listen to just now. But okay, so back when 9/11 happened, I knew it was all bullshit. I already knew about Pearl Harbor and stuff, and so I started copying these tapes, VHS tapes Alex Jones had made about 9/11 to try and explain it to people. And I wore out all these machines copying these tapes and going to protests and handing them out. I ended up going to this protest out in Brea, California, Southern California. And it ended up being the longest standing protest against the thing. I was only there for a little while, and I was handing out tapes to people, made some friends who used to play hacky sack and stuff like that. But something weird started happening, and people started following me around. I started having people enter my house. It was definitely gang stalking, and a plane started spraying X's really low over my house, and the wind would drift it off, and it would just be a line of X's coming from right over my house. And so
it's like gang stalking type stuff. Wow.
Well, I kind of told you about that a little bit, but when I told you my story, we talked more about other stuff, so I didn't really go into it. But check this out. So I had my brother, he came out, he hid me in a suitcase because I'm little, hauled me out of there, and I skipped town, went off the grid.
You have to slow down. When you just breeze by a detail on a story, and it's a fact that somebody squeezed you into a suitcase and then walked you so you were smuggled somewhere in a suitcase?
Well, yeah, because people were following me, and I didn't want them to see.
Okay.
I was leaving.
So you were smuggled in a suitcase somewhere. Keep going.
So flash forward a couple years, I'm sitting in a coffee shop, and I open like a Newsweek magazine or some magazine like that. I see a picture of my friend from the protest. He was arrested by the FBI, and they kept him for quite a while before he was able to get out. He'd been framed for bombing a Hummer dealership in Pomona or Pasadena, and the evidence they used against him was pictures of us holding up signs that said "No blood for oil." That was the evidence, and it really screwed up the guy's life. I got in touch with him and called him, and then I never really heard from him again after that.
So these types of tactics, like this, all the feds need is just some smear campaign.
Guess who else was there?
I couldn't possibly guess. I don't know. I'd guess maybe Daffy Duck.
Jan Irvin was there. I first met him there about 16 years ago, and now he's talking to my friend on YouTube, and I'm calling in.
Wow.
He'll probably be mad, but, if he has evidence that you're a neo-Nazi, I'm willing to look at it. I just haven't seen it yet.
So what year was this that you think... So Jan was there at this event, and there was this strange smear based on a sign, and...
I guess. I mean, I wasn't there for the court case or anything, and I don't really know the details of how that all went, but 2003 maybe?
2003. That's a long time ago. That's a bit of time.
Yeah. Yeah, I've known you and Irvin for like almost 17 years. Can you believe that?
Well, I can believe that. Yeah.